What happens if you lose, Nick?
Who the hell is Aquaman?
I get Fruity Pebbles, Cocoa Pebbles, I get sausage biscuits. Maybe you guys will see a little footage of that later on because we got some good stuff.
Throw up the deuces. There you go, baby.
What's up, y'all? What's up? Good to see you, man. Good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Cage. I'm Christopher James. I am Christopher James, and happy to be here with you this happy duper super Sunday. Yeah, good stuff going on for you out there, man. Don't forget the show, Cage Christopher James, and the website, mymmashow.com or cagechristopherjames.com, so you can read some of the things I write. Shout out to Andrew Sams and Just Heart Apparel and Just Heart Apparel East Coast for helping out with the show. They do appreciate those guys. They do a lot of cool stuff for the whole entire MMA community, and they are awesome. So I have a guest coming up in about 14 minutes. James Dunn from the XFC going to be joining us this afternoon. But before that, we're going to talk a little bit UFC from last night because, my goodness, man, my boy did some work last night. So happy for the man himself, Phil, the Fresh Prince Rome. Got that first win inside the octagon last night. And that's awesome. You know what I'm saying? Hold on one second, guys. I got to fix something right here. You know, since I'm my own director, producer, and star of my show, I got to do everything. So that's just the way it works. Oh my goodness. All right, so we're back. Sorry about that, guys. For anybody that's watching, appreciate you, man. So last night, UFC took place in Las Vegas. My man Phil, the Fresh Prince Rowe, opened up the card last night. And I got to tell you, man, he did an amazing job. You know, first of all, excuse me, let me make a little adjustment here. Oh, that's better. I was a little off there. But he did an amazing job last night. So, first fight he had in the octagon did not go his way. He took an L. Definitely was not happy about that. And, of course, last night, he flipped the script, man. He got himself a huge win, taking out the previously undefeated Orion Cosce, who came in at 7-0. Phil went in at 7-3, and now he's 8-3. He had the one setback. Before that, he was on a 7-fight winning streak. I mean, he started his career 0-2. Phil's forte is jiu-jitsu. He trains with some killers at Fusion XL in Orlando. But last night, he put the striking skills on full display. He did an amazing job. They say his reach is 80 inches. I think it's 82. That's just my guess. I think they're measuring it wrong, so, you know, other guys in the division don't freak out too much. But he basically had a 10-inch reach over Cosce yesterday, and he utilized his reach tremendously. Round one didn't go his way. He got taken down a couple times. He jumped guard with a guillotine attempt too early in the fight. So, and then he almost did it again. Bisping's yelling, "No, don't do it. Don't do it." And he didn't do it. So that was awesome. And it was a good show. He came out there, I mean, vicious knees, great striking, you know, body, head, body. He was working up and down the whole torso of his opponent, hammering with big strikes and then landing vicious knees that just, sent Cosce on his way out and then finished him with a big right hand. And that was it. The referee stepped in, gave Phil the TKO victory, and we are so happy for him here at KHR Christopher James and all over Florida. You know, Dean Toole and Island Fights and so many others, First Round Management. The guys at Fight Management, we all love him. He's been around a while. I put up a post on my Facebook talking about him because I met him when he was 0-2, and told him on his third fight, that I was announcing that he was going to win and get to the UFC, and he absolutely did it. He never got deterred from the course. And for that, man, love him, respect him. So congratulations to Phil Rowe getting that first UFC win, and it's just the beginning. This next bout, Adeshev versus Benoit. What a fight that was, man. I really enjoyed that one. Adeshev gets the unanimous decision, 30-27 times 2 and 29-28. Jin Frey and Ashley Yoder, I was really shocked in this one. I took Yoder to win, but she just got worked the whole fight. Unanimous 30-27 on all three scorecards, and that was the right score. There was no doubt about it. This next bout, Danny Chavez versus Kai Kamaka, majority draw. Kamaka landed a couple of fouls that cost him a point, and that was big because that cost him the fight. He probably would have, gotten a win last night, but he didn't. I picked Kamaka to win, but Chavez beat him. Next, we got Grutzmacher versus Rafa Garcia. Unanimous decision again for Grutzmacher, 29-28, 29-28, 29-28. This kid right here, man, he's gritty, he's tough. I mean, these guys were beating the shit out of each other. Had it not been for another fight on the card, I think this would have been fight of the night. This fight was incredible, but back and forth action all the way through. I enjoyed it thoroughly. For you guys watching, thanks for tuning in. K-Star Christopher James. We are about 7 minutes away from James Dunn from the XFC. We're doing a quick drive-by of UFC Fight Night last night, UFC on ESPN 28. And we are moving up to Jason Witt versus Brian Barberena. Witt gets the majority decision, 29-27, 29-28, 28-28. Another close fight. Those guys got fired the night. Jason Witt, however, he's committing gimmick infringement. He stole the nickname the Vanilla Gorilla from Chase Sherman, the original Vanilla Gorilla. And when you're a heavyweight, the Vanilla Gorilla thing means something. At welterweight, and I'm not being asked if the guy's a great fighter, but if you're a welterweight versus a heavyweight, the heavyweight's the gorilla. So wouldn't that make you the vanilla chimp? I don't know. I'm just going, size-wise. I mean, chimpanzee is not as big as a gorilla. Gorilla's a big motherfucker. So Chase is a big, huge man. Sometimes I forget how big Chase is, but he's ginormous. Melsik Bagdarsian versus Colin Anglin. This one right here, I had Anglin to win this fight, man, but, man, it didn't take much from that huge TKO head kick, man, that landed by Melsik. I didn't see it coming, and I'm guessing, to be smart, but neither did Anglin. So, man, that was a tough fight. Jared Gooden, 4 days' notice, comes in against Nicholas Stoltz. Knockout, round 1, 108. What you know. In a minute there, Forrest, hold on. I gotta let you know. Gotta wait for that guy. I wait till I get the guest on the show. And then Cheyenne Bai is a local product from here in Florida. Man, TKO, head kick and punches, round 1 in a minute, man. I tell you, man, this girl is going to be somebody to contend with. Her first win, or first UFC appearance didn't go that well. Her and her husband fought on the same card. But last night, man, she just stepped up and stepped into it. You know what I'm saying? She fucking laid it in. Great work by her last night. Going to reach out to her, try to get her on the show this upcoming week. And then in the main event, Sean Strickland takes on Uriah Hall. Both guys were on 4-fight winning streaks, and Sean Strickland came out and dominated the performance, man. Owned it all the way through. So, let me just to give you guys an idea here, let me pull up my numbers that I had up here for you. Sorry about that. I thought I had them up in front of me already. So last night, in that fight, it was a middleweight attraction. And Sean Strickland landed 221 total strikes out of 472 thrown. Uriah Hall landed 122 out of 273. Strickland scored 4 takedowns. Significant strikes, Strickland 186 to 107. Strikes to the head, Strickland 173 to the head. Out of 221 landed strikes, 173 on the noggin. Hall landed 56. Hall did work the body a little better, and he landed some more leg kicks, but, the damage was done on the top. And then, Sean Strickland just, completely put on a championship-type performance, if you will. Sean Strickland has now got to be in that picture, for the title, man. He's on 5 in a row, and he just keeps winning. And this guy, if I'm correct, he had a bad accident a while back, and he had to recover from all that. And here he is. Here he is. Hall's disappointed a lot of people for us. Over the years. He came onto the scene with that huge head kick on The Ultimate Fighter, and he's had some performances that are okay, but he's never kind of lived up to that potential. And maybe that was too big of an ask. When you have a moment like that, it's hard to top a moment like that. Taylor Starling, had the fight of the night performance, at Knucklemania this year, and then she had to come back and fight, last 2 weeks ago or last weekend. Was it last weekend? Yeah, it was last weekend. And she came out and had a first round finish. And even though she did the damn thing, and she did it right, there's still, we didn't see enough. You know what I mean? It's like we got so treated to such an amazing performance by her in that first appearance at Knucklemania that we want to see those wars again. But hats off to her, man. But, is she ever going to be able to repeat that feat that she did at Knucklemania? She's got the right dance partner, first of all, and then they both have to be willing to go to war, to ultimately, life on the line kind of shit. So, when you have a huge moment as an athlete, and granted, we all love those huge moments, but is there a moment where it's so big you're not going to be able to duplicate it? And if you can't, do the fans get let down? Do your promoters, matchmakers, they get let down? They go, well, man, had this one big night, and then you can win 3, 4, 5 in a row after that, unceremoniously, and all of a sudden people think you're not the same guy that did it that first night with that huge moment. So it's an interesting question, right? So, what do? You sit back and you just keep grinding. You go out, get wins, man. And eventually, you'll get to where you want to go. At least that's what's supposed to happen. You're supposed to get to where you want to go. However, you have to be more than a fighter these days. You have to be more than a fighter. You have to be an entertainer. You have to be a brand ambassador. You have to be a marketing genius. You have to do something to make yourself stand out to the crowd besides your fighting. It's sad because your fighting should be the thing that carries you, You could be a star in the sport of baseball, just hit home runs. You never have to do a media appearance ever. You're a star because you're knocking the ball out of the park, and everybody likes the long ball. So in fighting, if you're not going to be a media darling and you're not going to come out and do interviews and brand yourself and market properly, then you have to be a knockout artist of the highest order. You have to go out there and knock out everybody or submit everybody, and quickly. You can't do these lay and pray fights. You have to go out there and choke dudes out or choke ladies out, or snap an arm, or take a leg home with you, or just knock heads off, or knock people that break legs with leg kicks. Something. You're going to have to be that kind of fighter to not have to play the role of entertainer / marketing manager of yourself. It's sad, but it's true, and it doesn't affect other sports like this. But because this is MMA and this is an individual sport, you are your own team. You have your team of people, but you know what I'm saying? You are your own team. So it's up to you to brand yourself and market yourself. The UFC will promote you if they want to. Bellator will promote you if they choose to. PFL, same thing. These bigger promotions will promote you if they feel you are worthy. But there's guys out there. I mean, look at the case of Demetrius Johnson. Guy had all the fight skills in the world, was winning fights, dominating people for a long time, 12 in a row, as far as being champion before he ended up leaving the UFC after he lost the belt. But he never got the marketing push because he wasn't that guy. He was great on a gaming network. He had a huge following on Twitch, but the UFC got into the Twitch game too late. But shouldn't they been pushing him harder and further because of his dominance inside the octagon? But they never did. For some reason, and then they were going to scrap the division. Then he leaves, and all of a sudden now this division's the greatest thing since sliced bread, and the UFC is all in, reinvesting in it, putting more fighters in, So, and it was because Cejudo came down there, won a belt, And Cejudo became the uber heel, the Mr. Cringe. But again, look at his fighting ability, phenomenal, champ. Look at what he does, and it creates buzz outside of the cage, outside the octagon. gets people talking about him. A lot of people hate all that cringe shit, but you know what? It's getting him paid. It got him to the top. It got him an opportunity to be a champ, and he capitalized on it. So that's it. So, so either you better be the best fighter in the world, knocking people out or submitting them on a regular quickly in the first round, or you better be ready to talk to the media and create some kind of buzz about yourself. That's how you're going to succeed. You can do it with fights alone, but again, you have to be a knockout artist, submission artist, and you have to take everybody out immediately and use excessive force. Maybe sneer at the camera after you take somebody out. Other than that, if you can win fights, sometimes knockout, sometimes decision, sometimes submissions, then you better have a game plan to market and brand yourself, or you're going to be in trouble. You are not going to live up to the expectations you might have for yourself, but more importantly, you might not live up to what the promoter wants. And if that happens, you're going to sit there on the shelf. You'll get a fight here and there, and that's it. So let me text my guest. He's running a little behind. But yeah, so last night's UFC, and then we're going to move on from the UFC and just talk about how to get your name out there. I don't talk a lot about Bellator because I get a lot of stuff going on, and I'm semi-focused on the companies I work for, and of course the UFC. I'll get to that in a minute before the end of the show, Forrest. But last night, AJ McKee put it on Pitbull Freire. Oh man, and I knew it when they had the press conference and AJ pulled the title belt from Pitbull. Pitbull got all wounded, very Jose Aldo like when Conor did it to him. But I saw it right then and there. I knew McKee was going to win. He had landed in the head of Pitbull, and he owned him last night. Didn't take long for him to win that fight. But he wants to move up to 155 now and chase that title. So could he be a champ in Bellator? Absolutely, man. This guy's got all the talent in the world. And it was awesome to watch that last night. I didn't really get caught up on all the rest of the results on that one. I'll have to go look at it. They also announced yesterday Anthony Johnson will be headlining Bellator in October. And he will be obviously he's in the light heavyweight semifinal tournament, and he is absolutely awesome. So let me just give you the name of his opponent because I forgot the dude's name because, it's a foreign name and sometimes I don't want to butcher him. So let me pull this up here for you real quick. Vadim Nemkov. And then also on that card, Bader versus Corey Anderson. So that's going to be awesome for Bellator in October. But right now, I'm looking in the green room, and I see this dude there. He looks like he's half naked. So if your ladies are watching, get your glasses on, girls. Oh, now he's doing push-ups. I don't know what he's doing down there, but he's doing some weird shit. It looks like he's dragging a body. He's in the gym, obviously. Now, the picture I posted of him to promote the show, he's all bloodied up. He's not bloody right now, but either him or his opponent are going to be bloody August 6th for XFC 45 live from Grand Rapids, Michigan on Fox Sports 2 and Fox Sports Deportes. I just like to say Deportes. But I was asked by XFC President Meyer Malotki and matchmaker Matt Frendo to get this guy on the show because they say he's got style, flair, and he's got talent, and he's coming in for a big fight. So for the first time ever, we're going to welcome to the show. Please welcome XFC fighter doing it up this weekend, August 6th for XFC 45. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show for the very first time on Cage Side with Christopher James, Mr. James Dunn. What's up?
How you doing? Good.
Same smaller shovel, brother.
As you see, I'm at the gym. I just got done with a little pad session with my coach, just weight cutting and just flowing. So.
All right, well, that's cool. Well, before we get into all that stuff, because we got to get a little backstory on you too, I want to shout out my sponsor, Just Heart Apparel, and I'm trying to cultivate a new sponsor. You hear the crack of the can, right?
What do you?
But it's not alcohol.
Oh.
It's Liquid Death Mountain Water.
I've actually
And
tried that. It's not.
and down here on the bottom of the can, their slogan is "Murder your thirst." Let me tell you something. Water in a can sounded weird to me, and then I tried it. It's the most refreshing water I've ever drank in my life. And when it comes to water, bottle and can, I'm bougie, man. I like, I don't like just tap water, man. I've grown up and I was like, I don't want tap water. I'm 52 years old, God damn it. I'm gonna have fucking bottled water in my house because that's my treat. So, you got your Zephyr Hills, you got all those other ones, but this liquid death stuff, dude, it's so crisp. I was in the grocery store the other day. I'm looking down the aisle. There's a whole aisle dedicated to water, and there's like 4,500 brands of water out there. Like when I was a kid, it was just out of the hose or out of the tap. Now look at us. Look where we've become, dude. We are so bougie when it comes to water. But anyway,
Some people
cheers.
like red water. Some people like bottled water. Some people like specific type of water.
So now that I've got the begging for sponsorship plug out of the way, guys, this is James Dunn. He's based out of Chicago, Illinois. I used to live up in Chicago in the Schaumburg area and Roselle for a little while. So it's kind of cool. Not in the city, but close enough where I could go out there and get into trouble. So, Mr. Dunn, tell us a little bit about yourself. So I've got a lot of people that are going to be watching this today and later on that don't know you. So give us and I like the American style shorts here, dude. And the pose, you're ready. You're ready.
Yeah. Well, my name is James Dunn. I'm a bantamweight out of Chicago Fight Team. We're located in Chicago, Illinois. I'm currently 3-3 as a pro. Born and raised here in Chicago. Got into MMA later on in life after being an athlete. Former hockey player, former football player. Really love competing, love fighting. Don't mind getting hit, and I come to fight. I try to put on a show and entertain the fans, and impose my will on who's ever standing in front of me. So that's who I am. A little bit.
Just a little bit, and we'll add some more stuff. So, hockey and football, both hardcore combat contact sports. I won't say combat sports. It might as well be combat sports because when you get into when you get on the football field, you're fighting with motherfuckers on that line. When you're playing hockey, you're definitely fighting. So you've been doing combat sports basically your whole life, just with helmets on. But no more helmets, no more pads, no more nothing, man. This is the real deal. What made you decide to transition to becoming a mixed martial artist, man? Because football and hockey, while they are aggressive and hard-hitting sports, this is a whole different world. So what made James Dunn go, you know what, man? Let me try this shit out.
Well, my dream was always to be a professional athlete. I was always geared toward athletics. My father, he put me in sports early on because at a young age, my mom left and he tried to find healthy outlets for his kids. And, I commend him for that. I look for that. And it's definitely something I've learned about his character and just character in general. But that's kind of where the seed was planted. And then from there, as I looked at my stature and how I was built, how I was gifted, I understood the game of hockey, the game of football very well. And I was an amazing hockey player, an amazing athlete in those sports. But sometimes in life you're handed cards, you're dealt cards that are out of your control. And my stature, my height, my weight was not what could have swung the bat at a professional in those sports. I know you have guys like Marty St. Louis and guys that you can mention in football that were a smaller stature, but I'm 5'7". I walk roughly around 155 to 160. I don't like getting above that weight. And previously in my life, when I was in college, I was a little bit bigger, but height-wise, that height always kind of kept me back. But it's no thing. It's no big deal. I found my niche, and my niche is MMA. My niche is I would say that I like to keep the fight standing, even though that I'm very well-rounded. What I know about my opponent, Austin Bashi, he's a young kid. He has stamina, endurance, power, technique. He's a great wrestler. But this is business, and he's in my way, and I have a certain projection, a certain standard for James Dunn that I hold for myself. And August 6th, I'm going to have to spoil his night. I'm going to have to spoil whoever comes out to see. Like, I'm coming for that finish. I know he is too. I know he's going to be a dog in there, but I'm a Chicago Fight Team dog. I'm a Chicago Fight Team killer. What we do here, how we do it, it's not just punching and kicking. Malik Elliott, Coach Roberto Ramirez, other guys like Bilal Muhammad, Horacio Gutierrez, Max Perez, Lewis Taylor, all the amateur fighters, my boy Julio, everyone that helped me prepare for this camp, my boy Mike, Gabe, I could go on and on and on, Omo, and all my teammates here at Chicago Fight Team, even all my sponsors, all my supporters, my massage therapist, Exalia, everyone who just takes part in this happening. You know, that is what I'm coming with. It's not just James Dunn coming to Grand Rapids August 5th, August 6th, and showing who I am. I'm coming with a team behind me. I'm coming with purpose, and I'm coming to finish him. I'm coming for a KO, TKO, submission, finish. That's just it. I'm not going to chase. It is what it is. He's in my realm. He's locked in there with me. I'm experienced.
Yeah, and you're right. He is a young kid. The folks at XFC love this kid, and how can you not? Because he does have all the makings and trappings of a big star. You know, he's young. He's good looking. He can fight. And they've definitely made an investment in him. But I want to let you know, and two, Matt Frendo, who is the matchmaker, he said James is a bad motherfucker. If you can see on the screen, he goes, I watched one video of his and I was sold. He's really excited to have you on this card.
Oh yeah.
And when the matchmaker says that, that's a good thing. That means they are doing their due diligence and making sure that they're putting on good fights. Making good, exciting matchups. No gimme fights with the XFC. They're not going to do that. I used to work for the XFC under different ownership, and we didn't do gimme fights either. So I'm glad that they've carried on that tradition of not giving you an easy fight, because it doesn't help you. I mean, maybe sell some tickets if you're a local guy. You get an easy fight, and they build you up to 9-0 against tomato cans, and you keep selling tickets and making the promoter money. But then you get that call, and then you show up and you get showed up. And that's no good. So, you said you're well-rounded. Striking, wrestling, grappling, jiu-jitsu. What for you? What do you think is your biggest attribute? Where are you best? Is it on the feet or is it on the ground? Right. Those things.
My hands of stone. I get it from my mates. They've handed it down.
That's awesome.
Mexican, Hispanic, Latin, Puerto Rican brothers and sisters. No, I'm I like to keep it standing. All jokes aside, I really, really love boxing. I really love Muay Thai. I know everyone says they do Muay Thai, they do kickboxing, but I like that Lethway style. I like that old 9-limb headbutts. Obviously, you can't do that in MMA, but I fight MMA because I'm here in America. If I was living over in Thailand, I would be fighting Lethway style. For me to bleed, for me to get cut, for me to break a rib in a fight or be pushed to the nth degree. I've been through a lot in life. My body has scars. I've said once before, I'm a dog. If you watch my fights, that's what you'll see. I keep coming forward. I don't care if I'm bleeding. I know sometimes that blood gets into your eyes. I know sometimes you can take a hit to the nose and break your nose, and now your breathing's impeded. That slight stuff has happened to me in practice, believe it or not. And since I've learned and honed in different skills, I don't have to deal with that stuff anymore. But it's what I'm trying to say, long story short, is I have those T-shirts. They're in my closet. I have the experience. Like, he's not going to throw anything at me that haven't seen before. He's not going to put me through anything that I haven't had to push through or dealt with before. But it's not going to get to that point. It's my night. I'm going to show up in Grand Rapids and impose my will, and like I said before, come away with the win.
Yep. And guys, he says he don't mind the blood. He'd be living over in Thailand and doing, late way if he could. When I asked the XFC to send me a picture to promote this, you can see on the screen there, this is him. And this is him in his happy place. Nice and bloodied up, ready to have a good time. I love it, dude. I love that picture of you when they sent that to me, man. I was like, that's the kind of dude I dig, man. He's like, yeah, motherfucker, that's me. That's my blood. What? So this is a big opportunity.
Don't get me wrong. I was a little pissed that he made me bleed my own blood, but I was also respectful in that moment because I was like, man, he hit me with my own shit. Okay. All right. I like elbows. I love elbows. And he hit me with one. Okay. You got me. But then I had to knock him out. So there you go.
You got to do what you got to do. And for you, Austin Bashy, like I said, your opponent, he's been with the promotion pretty much from jump, when he started turning pro. And so obviously they're cultivating him, which is great. They want to build talent there and help them achieve things. And I'm all for that. For you, this is a big opportunity. This is I'm not going to say step up in competition because you are a little more seasoned than him. But it's not going to be like a walk in the park. But for you, this is a big platform. This fight takes place on Fox Sports 2, and FS2 Deportes. As I said, I like to just say that word. So do you have any nerves? Any and I'm not going to say fear because I know you have no fear. We can tell by that picture. Fuck it, you have no fear. But do you have any nerves going on inside of you, anxiety that this is going to be the biggest platform you fought on, on Fox Sports 2, where the kid coming in, he's been there already. Does this affect you? Do you think this gives him an advantage, or he thinks he has an advantage because he's been on this platform before? Do you think you have an advantage because nothing's going to deter you? It's one of those weird things, you've got the experience more than him. He's got the experience with the TV. So it's so strange, dude. I liked it though. I like that there's so many different variables to this that are going into this fight that you have to think about. And if you weren't thinking about this and I just fucked your head up, I apologize.
No, I honestly, am I excited for the opportunity? Yes. Is XFC a great platform? Is Fox Sports a great platform? And everything that they do, from what I know, yes. And I'm thankful, I'm grateful, I'm excited for the opportunity. But I'm just a dude from the south side of Chicago who didn't really have any direction. I built this. I created it with the help of other people, with the help of coaches and a bunch of leaders and mentors, but I know at the end of the day why I'm coming to Grand Rapids. I know why I'm coming August 6th. And the fans, the TV, the cage itself, none of that matters. Even Austin Bashy does not matter because I know what's really going on and I know what's really at play. He's just in my way. Again, I keep things simple. I want to be in the UFC. I see myself as the future UFC bantamweight world champion. And I know that once I get there and that belt's wrapped around my waist, I'll probably set a record of being the oldest UFC bantamweight champion. But I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to get it done. And Austin Bashy's in my way, so got to go.
So
doesn't matter. It's not even on my radar, and you didn't mess up my.
I just got to make sure, man. I don't like to fuck with people's head,
No, I've been in this business a long time. I've seen the good, bad, the ugly. I've had a good stuff happen to me in this industry, and I've had some horrible shit happen to me. You know, fighters have a story, fighters have a journey, and you know, that's why I appreciate guys like yourself, guys like the president, guys like Matt, who try to look for that talent, try to look for those guys who are putting work in the gym, putting work in their life, promoting themselves, marketing, because at the end of the day, you can't just be a fighter. You can't just be all eggs in one basket, one track mind. You know?
You know, it's funny because before you came on, I was talking about last night's UFC fight night, and we were talking about how to, make yourself a star. And, it does kind of suck that you can't do it just off your fighting ability, unless you go out there and knock every motherfucker out and tap everybody out in the first round. Then you don't have to worry about media and interviews, because that's just going to come because you're a fucking, you're a savage. But other than that, you have to be able to market yourself, and it's funny because you mentioned the President Myron. I showed you what Matt Frendo said, and Myron Malotki, he just popped on. The president said he's excited to see you in the hexagon. You are a badass. Now, and again, these guys think this is why I love the XFC, because these guys think very highly of Austin Bashi. I had him on my show a little while back. He's a young kid, so he's a little shy, he's a little introverted. I got him to come out of a shell a little bit, which I enjoyed, because you got to see a little bit of personality in this kid. And this kid's got personality, but I think you just have to be closer to his circle to really, see it. So I was hoping to bring some of it out. We got a little of it out, but Myron, told me how highly he thinks of this kid. And I'm watching them, and you saw the words yourself. This is what they think of you. So they're putting two tough sons of bitches together inside this cage, and whoever wins, whoever loses, loses. But that's the thing, because Myron's very high on Austin. He brought him into the XFC, all his fights been them with there. And the fact that they're bringing you in and they're giving you all this high praise tells me that they definitely know that you're a test for each other. And like I said, these are the fights we have to have. For you, it's, like you said, you might end up being the oldest bantamweight champion in the history of the UFC if and when you achieve your dream of winning the belt. And Bashi, on the other hand, could become one of the youngest champions in the UFC, depending on how quickly he ascends, and this fight really for both of you is a big stepping stone. One of you is going to elevate hard off this fight in my mind. But yeah, it's I've been around this game a long time. I'm a ring announcer. I've been doing stuff for a long time. And, I've announced for some really not so awesome promotions. And, you walk in and, the left half of the fight card are all like, 5-1, 5-0, 4-0. And the right half of the fight card are all 0-3, 0-4, 1-5, and it's just like, it's hard for me as an announcer to announce those fights with full vigor and spirit, because it's meant to be a one-sided thing. They're promoting these guys that sell local tickets for them. And they're bringing these other guys in as, food, fodder, if you will, feed your guy another, lame tomato. And I have to be energized when I do a fight. Like if I was announcing you in Austin, I'd have a fight boner, because this is what you guys are going to bring. That's just the reality, man. I love this shit. This is why, I announce. This is why I do these podcasts. I talk to guys in the UFC all the time and Bellator. My boy Phil Rowe last night, second UFC fight, got him a big win last night. Fucking took out an undefeated guy. Love it, and I've watched him. And when he started, he was 0-2, fucking, and he never quit on himself. He never quit on his dream. And then after that 0-2 in his third fight, when I met him, and told him he was going to win that night, told him to get to the UFC. He just had a vibe, you feel it around people. And he did. And he went on a 7-fight win streak after those first 2 losses, got to the Contender Series, knocked the dude out, got to the UFC. Now he's a business owner. He owns a company. He owns a store called Bumpbox. Bumpbox, the Bluetooth speakers. Yeah. He owns a Bumpbox store here in Orlando, the first one on the East Coast of the United States. They love him. He's doing things, and all because he never quit on himself. So, you're 3-3 right now. Some people would say, you're probably not going to get there, but that's such bullshit. It's such bullshit. You can get. I've seen guys, get there, at like 14-7, 14-8. It's about your ability to fight, bring yourself. But the biggest thing for you is timing. That's it. You know, you do your job. You're gonna get a call. Somebody's gonna see it. You know what I mean? And they're gonna be like, "Hey, man, fuck, you think that guy James Dunn will take a fight in the octagon in 10 days?" And James Dunn will be like, "Shit, I'll take it in 2 days, motherfucker." That's the kind of guy. But that's what they're looking for. So now we know about your fighting.
You
we
must
know.
study.
What'd you say?
I said you must have done your study.
I always try to do a little research, but I don't write questions down. I don't, pre-plan what I'm going to ask. I just kind of start talking and see where it goes. But I do a little info. I got to find out something, I got to find out,
Yeah.
what a little bit about you. But what I always like to talk about and discover on the show with the people watching, not about your fighting, not about your fight career, but I want to know, like, what's fun for you outside of fighting? Like, boom, boom, boom. And do you have a regular real job like the rest of us, wacky people out here?
So I'm 100% committed to training. I focus wholeheartedly on it and give everything, every bit. So what I mean by that is this is all that I try to make money on. I personal train people, do private lessons, coach classes. I'm my own entrepreneur and I focus on fighting, and sometimes I take odd and end jobs and help with construction or help a buddy who has a business here or there. But, for the most part, it's create and teach and learn and grow and make the dream a reality.
What's the worst job, the real job like us idiots out here have? What's the worst job you've ever had in your entire life?
Any job that I have to depend on other people to do their job so it doesn't affect mine.
That's a phenomenal answer, dude. Fucking, we
Right?
all get fucked over by a coworker.
In hospitality, I've worked in the food and bev industry. I've been a bartender. I've been a bar back. I've been a cook. I've seen it all. People in this world are crazy but fun.
Yeah, they are. I've been in the hospitality and bar industry for my whole life. I mean, so I DJ when I'm not announcing fights and doing my shows. I DJ at a club. I play music, fucking make money, and man, I see some dumb shit.
Off time, I'll do like little security gigs, stuff like that. I'm trying to get more into like modeling and acting. People say I'm kind of good looking, so
I can tell by the pose too.
start doing some push-ups.
Hi, I'm James Dunn.
Come to Chicago Fight Team.
Oh,
Right.
All right. So what I want you to do right now, since you're in your sexy pose, cut a promo for your fight with Austin Bashi for this weekend. Do a commercial right now. Cut it. Just go live. Feel it.
August 6th, tune in. Fox Sports Deportes. Dunn versus Bashi. I'm coming to Smashy.
Whoa! He's coming to Smashy Bashy. Hashtag Smashy Bashy. I like that, dude. But, I like it too. And you kept the pose kind of, showed a little, skin for the ladies out there. That's good. Oh, look at the flex, boys and girls. He's posing down. Hey, which way to the beach? Oh, that way. Yeah. Oh, man. So what do you do for fun? Like, do you play video games? Do you hang out with some friends? Do you play quarters? Do you smoke weed? I mean, what's going on?
So I train all the time. I train other people all the time. If I'm not training and training other people, I'm watching some type of video, studying some fight, watching UFC fights, watching Bellator fights, watching Muay Thai fights, jiu-jitsu matches, at a tournament on the weekends, helping with coaching with the team or open mat or just sleeping. I love dabs. I don't smoke weed too much, but and I love marijuana. It's one of my passions. I would love to know more about like growing and all of that, but that's something maybe later on down in life I'll get into. But
Yeah, I'm not gonna grow it. I'm not gonna do all that shit. There's too many people out there now that do it, and I can just go
I,
to the store, and I just go to the store. I can't hear you when I'm talking because you don't have headphones in. So, um, but I just go to the store and I walk in. I go, I'll take one of these and one of those, and it's so cool now, man. Fucking, I never thought I would see the day where I could just walk into a store and buy weed. Um, and it's getting more expansive. Pretty soon, I'm going to say by the end of 2023, the federal restrictions are going to go away, and every state is going to have some kind of legal recreational marijuana. I mean, it's such a boost for the economy. Let's do that shit. Hey, and we'll have you be a poster boy for a weed company, just like that.
I hope so. Yeah, I think it not being on a federal level, like stupid. But yeah, I like marijuana. I like smoking. The reason why I said growing is because I like to learn the science behind things. But I would never get into the growing process. That's too much time, tedious. I ain't got time for all that. And
Ain't no, my
I
boy, my
I like to go
uh,
to the beach, relax, uh, go on runs, do yoga. But most of my life is just immersed into MMA and training.
Cubs or White Sox.
Socks all day. South side.
My boy Forrest watching the show. He's one of my number one followers and fans. He supports everything, and this is a place for him and other people that watch my show to meet guys like you who they haven't seen, because you're not nationally known. He just said he wants to get you high and talk about fights.
Let's do it.
All right, Forrest, you'll have to go to Chicago though, bro, because I don't think he wants to come up to Oregon. So,
Out to Oregon.
All right, he's going to come out there. Good. When you guys do it, make a little video and I'll put it on the show. It'll be fucking awesome. Um, but do you do anything like fun, like goofy, like crazy with your boys? You got some tight boys, where you pull pranks. I'm not even talking like jackass level pranks, but do you do some fucked up shit with your friends? Because I do. And I'm old, so my friends and I have survived a lot of shit. But I got a few that I'll fuck with, dude, and do dumb shit to, just because I can. You do that?
So yeah, me and my boys, we like to have a good time. Whether it's go to the beach, hang out, or go boating, go jet skiing, hop on the Banshees, or dirt biking. We're always looking for fun stuff to do and exciting stuff, thrilling stuff. But it's tough to do that sort of stuff here in Chicago so much. But we try to have fun, stay out of trouble, but it doesn't always happen that way.
Not for any of us, dude. I mean, you try to stay out of trouble. What I've learned now is I'm 52 years old and I've gone through the troublesome times and done some stupid shit. And as I look back, I go, I probably should have done that a little different, that a little different. But you know what? I still have no regrets because everything I went through yesterday shaped who I am today. So, even the bad shit, dude. I've done some dumb shit. Fuck it. You only live once. I'm going to enjoy the ride.
YOLO.
Yep. So, married, girlfriend, kids, what's up with that shit?
I am single as a Pringle.
As in Kris Kringle, but he wasn't single. He had Mrs. Claus.
No, I'm focused on me, focused on my career. I've dated in the past, but shit, it's getting away, man. Especially when you don't have the right woman around you. Like it has to, for her to really understand this. Like, all laughing jokes aside, like, no,
No.
just having
So,
the right one.
and you will, I found when you don't look for it, it shows up at your front door. And sometimes you want it to go away, but it doesn't.
Hopefully, the randomness of someone popping up at my front door does not happen. But
Well, that's more of a.
maybe she'll walk into the gym.
She could, but you could meet her at Starbucks if you drink coffee. I mean, you can meet somebody anywhere. I'm happily married.
Off the list.
What'd you say?
All women from Starbucks. That's a no-go.
What
So
about what about girls who go to Chick-fil-A?
maybe.
I love you a little bit more right now, dude.
Target.
What about like a place like Myers?
Hell no. Bro. Yo. Las
What's
Vegas. No. Hey, good.
All right, so who's a fighter that you've looked up to the most outside of yourself? Any big level pro, UFC, Pride, any of those guys? Is there somebody that stands out to you that epitomizes in your mind what the best mixed martial artist is? And I don't mean just because of how they won or how many wins or how many titles, but I just mean overall encompassing the whole thing of what an MMA fighter is supposed to be. Who's that guy for you or girl?
Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Is he the greatest lightweight champion ever?
In my opinion, yes.
What if I told you it was Frankie Edgar?
I beg to differ.
What if I gave you a good reason why?
You can. I'll listen.
Okay. You know why Frankie Edgar is the greatest lightweight champion ever?
Why?
Because Frankie Edgar, when he was the lightweight champion of the world, he fought where he walked. He walked at 156. He fought at 155. On fight night, he was 156 again. His opponents were 175 and up after they rehydrated, and he still kicked their ass. He out-cardioed, he outstrengthened them. Everything he did because he never was dehydrated, so he was never depleted. So that makes him not just the best, but the smartest, because he did it the right way. Khabib has, I think, one more title defense or two more title defenses than Frankie. I'm pretty sure it's one, but it might be two. But Khabib also, missed weight because of tiramisu, and he's fighting at 185 on fight night, sometimes 190. I mean, he gets up to over 200 pounds. So
yeah,
that equates. So that's why Frank is the greatest ever to do it. Hold on, ready? Mic drop. It's back.
it's messed up.
But it's a valid point, isn't it?
It's a point I respect. That is valid.
Why? It sounds like you don't even care. Like you don't even want to give it any credence.
My reason why Khabib is the best is because he's always imposed his will on every single opponent. And he's fought good wrestlers. He's fought good strikers. He's fought wild men like Tony Ferguson.
He never fought Tony Ferguson.
Well, there you go.
I fucking love it, dude. They were scheduled to fight 5 times, but they never, for some reason, made it to the octagon. That was a fight we would never.
Gaethje. There you go. We'll rewind that, edit it out, enter Justin Gaethje.
We don't do any edits here. We just go live. Whatever the fuck happens, happened. Fuck it.
I love it.
Brought to you by Liquid Death, Mountain Water. Murder your thirst. Hopefully they see this and go, that guy's awesome.
Hopefully everyone sees this and they go, those two guys are awesome.
Absolutely, dude. All right, so we've established that you think it's Khabib. You think he fought Tony Ferguson, but he didn't. So we know this now. That's all right. It's a good thing you're not fighting in the lightweight division. It's a bantamweight, so you don't even need to worry about the lightweight guys. Fuck those assholes, right? But so before I let you go, you got any sponsors you want to shout out?
My boy Mike LaPuma, Retriever, Sagamon Watches, my guy Brian, Chicago Fight Team, Malik Elliott, MGA Grappling, BJJ, Exelia, Sports Massage Therapy, everyone at Chicago Fight Team. everyone that has played a part in my journey, Diamond MMA, Egg Weights, VSL. I know there's ones I'm forgetting, but a lot of friends, a lot of teammates. You know, I don't have family. All I have is Chicago Fight Team and our family here, and you know, I just appreciate all of them. I appreciate XFC, the opportunity, and I look forward to showing you guys, showing Grand Rapids, showing the world, showing whoever tunes in August 6th who I am, who Chicago Fight Team is, and I'm coming to get it done.
I love it, man. I love the attitude. Now, there's one more thing you got to do before you leave the show. I issue a challenge at the end of every episode to the guests on the show. I've issued this challenge probably 400 times, and I've never had anybody say no, including the president, Myra Malotke, including your opponent, Austin Bashi. So you can't even back down from it. You don't even have a choice because the president is watching.
Yeah.
So I asked my first time, and you only have to do this once. The first time you're on my show, I asked my guests to do something that might put them a little out of their comfort zone. Some people can, some people can't, but everybody's done it or made the attempt. So are you ready? Before you go, we ask you here at Cage-Side Christopher James to do us the honor of entertaining us in a different way than fighting by sharing with us your beautiful singing voice.
What do you want me to sing?
You can sing whatever you want. I don't care if it's freestyle rap. I don't care if it's a kid song. I don't care if it's a title for a song from a television show like it's the story of a lovely lady. I don't care what the fuck you sing. Just sing something. And here's the thing: you don't have to sing a whole song. Just give me like somewhere between 15 and 30 seconds is all we ask for.
I don't even know that much of a song.
Yes, you do. And just so you know, the president came on here and sang some Frank Sinatra and killed that shit.
Well, he's probably pretty good at singing some Frank Sinatra.
No, he can't sing. I mean, but he did it.
What song would I do? I don't know if I know that many words of a song.
What's your walkout song?
If it's playing, I can.
What's your walkout song?
Can't share that yet.
No, is it the same one you always use, or is it a new one?
Oh no, I switch it up every time.
So sing one of your past walkout songs. I know you know those over in your head because you can replay that moment in your brain.
Yeah. I don't know.
You got to give us something, dude. You can't be the first guest to not do it.
Happy birthday.
All right, sing happy birthday to somebody. I don't give a fuck.
It's got to be somebody's birthday out there. And
you know what? It is. It's my friend. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna give you a name because it is his birthday.
Okay.
His name is DJ Queasy. He's my DJ at Island Fights where I announce fights. Today is his birthday and him and his wife's 20th anniversary or something like that. It's crazy. So, sing happy birthday to DJ Queasy.
DJ Queasy, right?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, DJ Queasy.
Woo!
Happy birthday to you.
I love it. There we go. I was going to tell you, maybe you should sing something like, Bump and Grind and dedicate to all the ladies watching you out there,
Bump, bump. Hundreds and fifties.
Dude, you could be, hey, you know what? There's a job for you to do when you're not, an easy job to do. Strippergram. You could be like a male stripper and show up at like office parties and, strip for like, girls at bachelorette parties and shit, dude. You're cute, fuck it.
Be a Bigelow on the side.
I mean, the women in the world of sports use their sexuality, to get themselves out there, You could do it too.
Something to think about.
I got connections in that industry. I can hook you up.
Have my own calendar.
What now?
I said, who knows? Maybe by Christmas I'll have my own calendar made up.
That would be fucking awesome. But don't do all the cheesy standard stuff. Don't be the cop and the fireman and the the construction worker. You got to come up with something different because all the pretty guys have done those already. So yours has to be completely done up.
I'll try.
Oh, you see what I did there?
Finish.
Done up.
I like that. Maybe I'll take Zach Galifianakis's photo shoot that he did in that one movie. You know what I'm talking about?
And recreate it all,
Janet or something like that.
Yeah.
Right into my butthole. That was like fart transplant. That movie. Now I don't even know the name of it. Anyway.
I love it, dude. Well, listen, man, it's been a pleasure to have you on and get to chat with you, get to know you a little bit, man. You're a lot of fun. I seen a little video of you too, so I know what you're bringing. I'm excited to see it, man. I know as a fan, I can't wait. I might even be there live. We're still trying to work that out, but I might be there, which would be fucking awesome. But good luck to you. And I don't know if Austin's watching, but I'm not going to try to get him now because now it's after Sunday. Anybody who's fighting this week, I can't talk to them. I don't want to talk to them after Sunday because final weight cut and all that shit. You got too much on your plate, so I try to avoid that. This is the latest I ever like to do an interview before a fight. So, but Austin, if you do see this, man, good luck to you too as well, young man. This is going to be a banger of a fight. You guys are both going to get tested by each other, and if it all goes well, we're looking at a finish bonus for one of you, or possibly a fight of the night for both of you. Maybe a little extra cheddar. I don't know, Myron, extra cheddar. I always throw that out there for you guys. Try to get Myron to give up more money. But that's my job. I'm supposed to advocate for the fighters. Till I work for the promotion, then fuck you guys. No, I'm just kidding. Totally kidding, man. I just like to have a good time. But brother, man, definitely great to meet you. Can't wait to watch your fight. That's for real. Thanks for just being open and fun and goofy, dude, and for being sexy for the ladies that tune in. Give me one final sexy pose for the ladies so they can have something to dream of tonight. Ladies, or maybe even some of the guys out there like it. I don't know. So for whoever likes it, that was for you.
I appreciate it, Chris. Thank you for having me on. Thank you, Myron, for watching. Thank you, Matt, for watching. Austin, if you're watching, good luck in your end of fight camp. Good luck in your weight cut. I'll see you August 5th.
That's awesome, brother. Be well, man, and enjoy the rest of your day, man. Oh, and don't forget, you got to go to Oregon after this fight and go smoke weed with Forrest and talk about fights.
Yes, Forrest, hit me up on Instagram, James_Dunn89. Everyone on Facebook, go follow my page, James Dunn MMA, James_Dunn89.
You got Twitter, Snapchat, all those?
Tune in August 6th. I'm coming for that finish. I'm getting it done.
Do you have Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, all that shit? Give those out too. People love social media. I'm glad you brought it up. Glad you brought it up because I forgot to ask.
Twitter is James Dunn or James Dunn89. Snapchat is James Dunn. Look me up by my name. You should be able to find me, JD MMA 1989. There
it is. Well, listen, Mr. Dunn, enjoy the rest of your day and stay sexy, brother. Stay sexy.
Oos.
Woo! Boys and girls, that was James Dunn, man. What a fun guy, man. I dig it, man. I love the energy he brings, and this guy's going to bring that same energy on fight night, and that's what, as a member of the media, I love, as a fan of the sport, I love, as the promoter, and the opponent, they want you to bring that energy. So I'm glad that they signed this guy up and brought him into this fight. Myron and Matt both think highly of him. And I like the matchup with these guys. The young guy coming up, the guy that's a little bit older than the young guy, going to say, hey, you know what? You got to get through this door. And, Austin trying to crash down a door and James Dunn is standing at the door. This is going to be a banger of a fight. And I'm predicting, some brutality in this one. Like I said, I'm expecting blood in this one and a good amount of it. I don't know who it's going to be, but there will be blood in my opinion. So that's it. Guys, we are going to get out of here tomorrow, I believe. It might be a late night tonight, but tomorrow or late night tonight, at one of those times, either later this evening or tomorrow afternoon before 5, we are going to bring on Phil the Fresh Prince Rowe, fresh off his victory at UFC Fight Night UFC on ESPN 28 last night against Orion Kosi, second round TKO. He really showed up and showed out and put on for a city, and them found out. So that's it, boys and girls. Until next time, thanks so much for being here today with me. I appreciate it that you guys are a part of my life today and allow me to be a part of yours. It means more to me than I can ever truly put into words. But that's going to do it for me here. I'm going to go have some dinner. We're having macaroni and cheese and bacon egg rolls. That's what the wife's making. I'll put up a video on my Facebook page so you guys can check that out. But boys and girls, as always, until next time, I am Christopher James, and you all, you've been cage side. Good night, everybody.
What happens if you lose, Nick?
Who the hell is Aquaman?
I get Fruity Pebbles, Cocoa Pebbles, I get sausage biscuits. Maybe you guys will see a little footage of that later on because we got some good stuff.
Throw up the deuces. There you go, baby.